Hello, good morning, uh, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Emmanuel Daniel. I'm from Nigeria. I'm 24 years of age, mathematics teacher. You know, uh, the reason why I can say that I love teaching mathematics is because mathematics is a basic foundation of life, if you ask me. Now, why do I propose that? Why do I say that mathematics is the basic foundation of life? Now, if you look out there, basically what you do in your daily activity involves mathematics. Now, if you want to go out there, you have an appointment to catch up with. You need to be calculative on how to meet up with the time. You get what I'm saying? You need to be very sensitive on how you know, adapt to this timing of your schedules, and you also need to paying attention to details. You can't just wake up and just rush out there on the street. You need to be very, very calculative. Have a composed idea of what you want to do, where you want to go, how you want to achieve that, and be also time conscious. Now, this is where mathematics plays an important role in doing that. Now, people wonder why mathematics seems to be very sensitive in one's life. Now, the advantage of you being a mathematics student or a mathematics tutor is that it helps you to be a very, very oriented and very organized human. Yeah, in the sense that you have to be very, very calculative in whatsoever you do. The ideas that you bring to a problem, the solution that you bring for a problem that is being presented before you, will make a difference. You get what I'm saying? So mathematics cannot be, underestimated in the society. Now, why do I choose to be a mathematics teacher, or why do I like teaching mathematics? In fact, the reason being is that growing up myself, I had a very bad foundation in mathematics. I was a very bad student in mathematics, but I I began to think that like my friends out there, are they better than me? These people doing well in mathematics, do they have two brains? So one day I rose up in the night, I sat down and I thought, I said that this needs to stop. So the following morning, I went to my parents, I spoke to them, I told my dad that I need to enroll myself in an extra moral lesson, which we all know is a home lesson that a student does after school. So I told my dad enrolled me into one, he paid my bills, and I made sure I never missed a session of it with my teacher. So I started having a foundation from the scratch. My tutor, you know, builds me from the scratch. Now I began to, understand the basis foundation of solving an equation, how to present a mathematical equation, the steps, what you need to do for it to be on the balancing side. Now that's what we call balancing equation. The right hand and the left hand has to be equal. So all that were applicable to me. So I took it upon myself, and to God be the glory, I was able to rise to the challenge, and I became good at mathematics. So that gives me a theme of joy. Now, I enjoy doing that because I also want to impart other students out there who are going through the same process that I went through in my secondary school days. You know, like I said, I had a bad foundation, but I never allowed that to derail my growth in learning. Rather, I took it upon myself that this is what I want to achieve. I want to be good at mathematics. Now, basically, I've been doing this for over 4 years now. I've been teaching both the adult and the middle-aged students mathematical equation like algebraic expression, simultaneous equation, geometrical equations, you know, bearing and all that. A lot of topics that I can teach, you know. So I have been able to achieve this, but not on my own though, with the help of my student as well, because I can't teach myself. I have to teach people out there. So my students on their own side have been very, very sensitive in adapting. And I always tell them, if I teach a course and you don't understand, you shouldn't hesitate to ask questions. You ask me a question, I will explain to you from the scratch. I start from the beginning and I explain it to you so that you also understand. And I don't teach for you to know what you're being taught to yourself alone. I'll teach because if a problem arrives out there, you should be able to solve it as well. So you see, the basic skills in my mathematics has always been, first of all, arranging myself for a lecture. If I have a lecture that is scheduled for 3 p.m., then I need to start my preparation from 10 a.m. Now, leading towards that hour of my schedule, I have to arrange my topics, the basics, the introductory part of it to make sure that a student don't get confused why the lesson is being on. So with all this, you see that a student can easily understand whatsoever the teacher is explaining. But if you just wake up as a math tutor, you don't go to your curriculum and you say that this is what I have to teach today. You just go on there and start teaching. Like the student gets confused, like, oh, teacher, this is not what you're supposed to be teaching us today. We have a different topic to be taught today. Do you see? So you need to be self-organized, and you also need to be someone who pays a clear attention to details. You see, like I said, mathematics is actually a very, very sensitive course out there. So you need to be very organized as an individual for you to be able to teach mathematics. So this is what I've been able to introduce to my students, and by the grace of God, we've been able to achieve some certain goals. You know, uh, that it is a bit progressive progressively. You get what I'm saying? I beg your pardon. It's very progressively to their own side. They've been able to learn and to develop their own mental ability to think and to act fast as well. So I urge you all there to understand that mathematics is a very, very fundamental course out there in the society. So if a student wants to study mathematics, I see it as a great joy. It's a thing of joy for me to even impart my own little knowledge that I've been able to achieve over years past to such students. And I promise that if this opportunity is